I have tried to start this video about 5 times, and yeah, I fidgeted about, moved the camera around and moved myself, and here I am. This is right, I need to start. I've been putting this off. I've realised it's been 2 months since I did my last one. I've been scared. I've been scared to start. I've been scared to do another one. I don't know. I was on a roll, and then I lost my mojo. I lost my nerve. No, I didn't lose my mojo. I lost my nerve. Really, I was too scared to record. It just felt silly. Anyway, I've been watching podcasts, and I just think to myself, well, other people just sit and chat away, and I find it interesting. So, I just need to relax. Relax into this. So there's no. Oh, sorry. Before I start. Thank you. Thanks for anyone who's been before, and thank you for joining me today. I do appreciate any viewers. I'm Annette. You can find me on here, Net is Knots, or Instagram, Net Mother Bear, Facebook occasionally, Ravelry. I try and dip into Ravelry. I'm trying to get more proactive with my Ravelry account. I think this is video number 8 now. Probably got that wrong, but hey. And I usually do my video with my dog Woody, who's not here today. He hasn't been very well, actually. That's not why he's here today. Why he's not here today. He's better now, thankfully, but we have had a few really scary weeks with him. He's not been really well at all. But he's not here because I'm videoing this today in my daughter's bedroom, and he needs a bath. He stinks. And she's got all white bedding, so I didn't want him on the bed, really, ideally. I don't think he should be very happy. So yeah, so it's just me today, little old me. And I've got a bit of a cold, a bit of a really bad sore throat, and I'm a bit snuffly and breathing like a horse, so sorry, bear with me. So we'll begin. I think I've covered everything. I will start by showing you my finished objects, of which there aren't many. Since I saw you last, we went to Scotland. Well, we went to Northumberland, see houses. We had a lovely 2 weeks, and we ventured up to Scotland, and then we came home, obviously. And while I was travelling on holiday, I made this. So this is the Strier hat by Dreary Knits, Andrea Murray. I saw this on the Knitty Stews podcast. She made a cream one, and the pattern's cream, with, you know, the different colour stripes in it, and I thought, oh, that's really cute. So I made this. It's quite a quick knit, actually. I'll show you. I'm growing my fringe out, and I can't decide whether I like it or not, but anyway, that doesn't make much difference to what the hat looks like. It's not a good angle, is it, this camera? But hey, that's my Strier hat, and I liked it, and I enjoyed knitting it. It's a half fisherman's rib, which I haven't got a clue what that was. I don't even know what a fisherman's rib is, to be fair, but that's what it is. So I decided, I used 5 skeins of Beehive Yarns minis, and then I got enough to do another one, so I made the next size up for Steve. So we've got matching hats. I just changed the colourways a little bit. You can't actually see the stripes so well, because I matched the bottom with the stripes, and on mine can't actually see it so well on his, but still quite effective, and he likes it. He's not a very knit-worthy person, I'm afraid. Doesn't really like my knitwear, but he does like this, and he will wear it. Tell a lie, I didn't make him a hat before, and he does wear it, so he's kind of like on the verge. So whips, oh, that's my only finished object, I'm embarrassed to say. I do have a tendency to start things and either never finish them, or it takes me 10 years. But I joined the podcast, the knit along that Ruth from Love to Knits and Little Monkeys and Me did, and it actually ends this week. It was to make a shawl. So I have shown you this before. I started this again, another Andrea Murray, Dreary Knits, but I am really actually quite proud of how much I've done. I can't believe it, because it's a huge shawl. I've done loads. Again, I did this while we were away. Now, I must admit, I've not really picked it up since we've come home. I've got a little bit, I shouldn't say I'm bored of doing it, because that's kind of like a bit detrimental to the pattern and the design, and it's not that at all. It's just me. My staying power isn't brilliant. But I do want to pick it up again, because it's getting colder obviously, and I want to wear it. It's a gorgeous colour. This is Pixie yarn. I used one of her fade sets. So that's another whip. First whip. Sorry I keep turning around. I couldn't seem to get anywhere to film today. My husband's in, my son's in, and yeah, it's just not very peaceful. So I came upstairs out of the way. This is my whip number 2. I can't remember when I cast these on actually, but I have been updating my Ravelry page with the dates on, so as I know for myself how long it takes me to finish things. So this is the Birkin sweater by Boyland Knitworks, and I'm using some yarn from Urban Pearl, and these little, I've got little tiny fiddly knots. Can you see the knots? I wasn't sure whether to go with those, and I faffed around and I tried using a crochet hook, and anyway I think I've cracked it now. They have come a little bit bigger on the gold yarn, because I think that's what I've cracked it, because before I'd got them kind of like in a death grip and I couldn't get my needle through them. Now I'm relaxed into it a bit more, but hey, I'm not ripping it back. I've no clue if it fits, because I don't swatch. I'm hoping it does. So that's my Birkin. Just wondering where to put these when I finish talking about them. This one I started a while back. Again, I've shown you this. I haven't done much progress on it. I've done a little bit more lately, because this is easy knitting. This is the Weekend Delight. Andrew Mowry again. I've got a bit of a Andrew Mowry crush, possibly. I don't know. I have got other things on the go. I'm not going to show you them all today, because it'll be here all day. But anyway, yeah, you knit this. This is garter stitch, knit from the bottom up. It's really nice. But what I like about this is I can take this when I'm looking after my grandson. I don't have to think. I don't have to count. I'm just going round and round and round. And the only thing you have to think about is on the front and the back. It's just that it's like a spine. You can't really see it, but when it's finished, you wear it inside out. Can you see? I picked it up and I couldn't remember how to do it, and I hadn't got the pattern with me, and I've got in a bit of a mess. I had to fiddle about, but I've sorted it now. So yeah, when I look after my little grandson Albie, I tend to take this one with me. As you can see, I've had him quite a lot just lately. So I take this with me. I can sit while he's watching telly or eating his tea, and I can just pick this up, and even when he's in the bath, I sit on the toilet knitting while he's in the bath. Nanny knits, he says. Nanny's knitting. So that's that one. I've shown you my shawl. Started this yonks ago as well. This was part of a cal. Dropped out of this cal. I think I've realised now I only enter cals to try and win the prizes, if I'm honest. Because I don't actually join in any of the chat. I do try. Tried at the start, and then no one seemed, I don't know, maybe I'm not interested enough for people to talk to me, but I just never seem to bond with anyone. So I'll drop off the chats, and then yeah, I think I'm just doing it for the prizes. So it's not exactly a knit along for me. I'm knitting on my own. But anyway, it's good to do. So this is the Rose and Lund sock by Sari Nordland. Sari N. It's really, can you see the cabling in that? It's not difficult to do, this one, but it's not for me a TV knit, because I can't remember. Like people say some patterns are intuitive and you can remember. I struggle with that. Well, that's a bit better. You can see that. Yeah, I can't remember. I don't know how many row pattern repeats. Did I say that right? This is, but for me, it won't stick in my head, so I have to concentrate. But yeah, that's Biff Sugar Yarns. That's one of her sock sets. Say I've shown you that one before. I would like to finish it and at least start on the second sock. What else have I got? So this was one of my own designs. I wanted to do a colour work sock. So I started off, of course, I wanted to do a woody. So I wanted to do a German wire pointer. This was my original one. And for some reason I wasn't happy with it. I think for me there was too many in between, you know, the gaps. You can actually see the dark brown. I don't know, I just wasn't quite happy with that one. So I started again. This is where I've got to with this. And since doing this one I have changed it slightly. I made a mistake on that one actually, you can't see it. That one's better. Yeah, I've changed the pattern slightly, so my second sock sample will be slightly different to this one. Not massive, I don't think you notice on pictures or anything, but I know where the changes are. Like here, too much of an arrow, and you can't really see that they're hearts. They're supposed to be hearts. I've done my colour work too close. It's a learning curve. And that's the back. The sole. Is it the sole? Yeah, so my next sample, I've just fudged the pattern a little bit. But I'm not unhappy with that. I like that. Blowing my own trumpet. And then I've obviously got to write the pattern up. I still haven't written the pattern up for my shawl, my Solver shawl. Really bad at writing patterns up, and I need to, because I've put all this work and effort into my designs and then they just sit there. So this is Drops Fable. Good old Drops. So I need to finish that one. I've got a lot that I need to finish. And then I went to Yarn. I won't show you all my acquisitions that I've bought since I was on last recorded, because I'm quite embarrassed to say I've got rather a lot. I'm going to be here all day. And I want to show you my Yarndale acquisitions. So not everyone likes the acquisition side of the podcast, so I'm not going to show you everything, but I will just show you this one. This is Sakami yarns. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? And it's actually a linen blend, so it's woodland tails, 10% linen, 90% fine merino, 100 gram, 400 yards. Sock, fingering weight. That is beautiful, isn't it? And I joined the Loki, I can't say that. You know, everyone must know who I mean. Yoki, Jolie Cat or somebody. Gosh. Yoki, I watch her podcast as well, and she introduces herself. Yeah, so I joined her Cal to, again, it's a shawl, and I chose her Storm shawl. Purchased the pattern. I think it started the beginning of September, and as you can see, I haven't cast it on. I've got too much on, and I've started back at uni, so I'm up to here, and I'm trying to avoid catching castanitis. So, because as you can see, I've got a lot of whips. So I won't be probably joining in the cowl, but I have purchased the shawl and pattern, and I want to do her Storm shawl. I was torn between quite a few of hers because she's got some gorgeous one scheme patterns, but I've decided on the Storm shawl. I like her, oh, what's that one with the tassels on it? Do you know what? I was talking to someone about this the other day, and then as soon I remembered afterwards. I don't know, but she does it in a worsted weight and a fingering weight. Hipster shawl. I love that. So I was torn between that and her Storm shawl, and I would like to do a hipster, but we'll see. So anyway, I went to Yarndale the weekend, Saturday. Had a lovely day. Met up with a few ladies, a few podcasters. Get me. I was brave enough to meet people. It was scary. That was way out of my comfort zone, really, to actually like arrange to meet people and say hello. And yeah, they asked me to go for a coffee with them. I was quite made up. except that I lost them and I didn't end up having a coffee with them. I sat on my own. But yeah, anyway, so I went to Yarndale, had a lovely day. Steve drove us there and I wandered around, and he had a wander up the canal, and then he sat in the car. And so I'd like to show you some of my purchases. And since I got back, I went to the Toft stall. So I wanted to make my grandson, I made my first grandson a Peter Rabbit. He wasn't actually Peter Rabbit, but I changed him to look like Peter Rabbit with the blue jacket and everything. And Meg's, my daughter-in-law, wants me to make another one for the new baby that's coming. He's due in November, so she wants another Peter Rabbit, but with a green jacket this time. So I've been researching toy patterns, see if I haven't got enough to do. And I've been quite taken with little cotton rabbits. I actually, about 4 years ago, I downloaded their patterns, and I don't know why I couldn't see, mine wouldn't come out right, so I abandoned them. But yeah, I'm going to have another go. But anyway, I visited the Toft store because I want to make Albie the orangutan. It's like a brown orangutan with all loops, you know, you twisted yarn on him. He's lovely. So that's on my to-do list as well, because I thought if I'm going to make a rabbit for my grandson, my new grandson, I need to make Albie something. He can't be pushed out, can he? So I was stood on the Toft store and I was having a look, and then on the back there was I thought it was a ram. Did it an injustice? And it's actually it's a goat. And I got chatting to the lady, and she said you get it free, the pattern's free. And you said, look how cute. Is it blowing out? There you go. Yeah, the pattern was free in the Yarndale booklet, so I'm like, ooh. So as soon as I get home, I haven't crocheted for ages either. It's crochet. I started it. Yay! So it's nearly finished. I'm determined to finish it before I do anything else. So he obviously needs eyes. I think I've got a bit mad with this. It's very thicker than I've done on the body, but I just thought it was so cute. His tail. I actually put a picture on Instagram, and people said I've done his legs inside out. Now bear in mind, I do crochet design, I haven't done any for ages, and I'm quite better at crochet than I am knitting. I can't understand what they mean, like I've done the legs inside out. Can anyone see what's wrong with his legs and his arms? They're not inside out, are they? Hello. But I don't know, I've gone with it because I just agree with people. It's easier. Maybe they are inside out. But I can't see how they are, and I've done it exactly the same as the body and the... I had trouble with the horns. Couldn't get those right. So I was a bit of a cheapskate because the kit for it's a her, Sonia, was £39, and I was like, oh my god, I'm not paying that. Sorry, Toft. So I did buy the mohair. That was £10. Wow. Oh, there's the band ball. I haven't got the band ball with me. So it's a mohair blend wool. Smells very sheepy. Oh, yeah, so that was £10. And then I purchased this. So I thought this was double knit. Their yarn, the cream, this was double knit. So I purchased that, which was supposed to be a double knit. But I don't think it is. I think it's more of a worsted weight. There was a stall down like aisle I right at the bottom. Aisle A right at the bottom, and this lady was telling me that they're quite well known in Yorkshire. They're textiles and they do a lot of rugs, and they were selling skeins for us £5 or £6, and I picked that one up. It was supposed to be a double knit, but it's more of a worsted weight, because when I use this, it drops Fable again, which is a double weight. Or actually, is it a fingering weight? Is that why I had to double it? Ah, no, maybe it's me being a bit dim. It's Drops Fable a fingering weight. I had to double the yarn anyway for these, whereas I use this single. So maybe this is a double knit weight then. Did I say double knit from the beginning, or have I been saying double knit? Gone my brain, honestly. I'm tired. and I'm snotty and anyway, so that's Sonia, so we'll finish her. Then I've got to do Peter Rabbit with the green coat, and then I want to do an orangutan, and I also got my eye on a duck, and I like the little cotton rabbits, which I will show you in a minute, something that I ended up with from the yarn fair. I think last time I mentioned that I bought a spinning wheel, swapped my spinning pit, see what I mean, spinning wheel. So I've been spinning. I've had a busy 2 months, even though I haven't podcasted. I'm quite happy with what I've ended up with. But those, that doesn't look very professional, does it? But hey, they smell gorgeous. That was Cat and Sparrow. This was Cat and Sparrow. I'm really happy with this one. This is a silk blend. I don't think my consistency's absolutely spot on. I wouldn't win any competitions. I haven't a clue really what I'm doing, but I feel like I'm getting there, and I actually feel like I could knit something with this. That smells gorgeous. And this one, I'm happy with that one. I've spun things before and they've ended up the loft because I'm not happy with them, but yeah, I'm happy with these. And I've spun a grey one as well, some grey art yarn, and I can't for the life of me find it. We're having a new floor fitted downstairs, so everything's upstairs. The spinning wheel's in Stacey's bedroom, everything's everywhere. Keep stubbing my toe on boxes of ornaments and books, and oh, so yeah, we're in a bit of a mess. So I can't for the life of me find this grey yarn that I've spun. Right, so I think that's, oh, let me just show you another couple of finished objects. I don't know whether you know this, but I actually make mohair bears. Since 1993 I've been making mohair bears. Now, I don't make many. I used to travel around to all the bear fairs. I may have told you this before, so I apologise if I have. So I used to travel around to all the bear fairs and, yeah, sell my bears. So I occasionally dip my toe back in and have another go, and then I drop off again, and as I do with everything. But I've made a few just lately, past 18 months, and I've actually started selling some. Yeah, so I was brave enough to list them. Excuse me. So I can't show you many, and I don't want to be on all day. I'm where I've already been on 22 minutes. And this isn't really a knitting thing. So for you knitters, I apologise if you're not interested in this. But I will just show you these two. I can't show you many because I've sold them, but I've got a couple left. I think I'll go to these. Sorry, try and hold it. So I've got this little chap. I made a larger one of these and I knit him a jumper, which took me forever. How can little objects take so long to knit? But I've sold him, called him Ralph, so he's gone. So anyway, he's left. Got him. So he needs to go on my Etsy shop. He's not on my Etsy shop yet. Basically, I didn't know whether he needed a hat or a scarf or something. So I've kind of like sat on him. I've not done anything with him, but I think he just looks quite cute as he is. Maybe a bow, you reckon? So that's him. And then this is my hair, because I love hairs. I've always had. I just love hairs. So this is Kerrick, I think I settled on. I asked for some ideas for Scottish names. I'm probably completely wrong now, but I'm sure anyway. So this is my hair. I've got a few of these in progress. A couple cut out and ready to stitch together. They take so long to make. Yeah, they're not a quick thing. It's got a little heart, look, and his little clock. Little clock embroidered. Can you see that? He's got wire in his ears, his little bunny tail, so you can fix his ears to go whichever way. I just think he's really sweet. So yeah, he's in my Etsy shop at the minute. So that's my bears. 2 finished objects. I do finish some things. So now I'm just going to quickly run through my acquisitions from Yarndale. So if you're not interested in seeing what I bought, then I'll forgive you if you want to bob off. And thank you for stopping by. 24 minutes, that's not bad. I usually waffle on for ages. Thank you. If you could like or subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate it. Any comments? I can't understand why this one's been so quick actually, but we don't speak too soon. So yes, I'll just show you quickly what I bought. There's a lot of rustling. Whenever I watch podcasts, the podcasters always say, they apologise for the rustling, so maybe it gets on people's nerves. It doesn't get on mine, so I don't care if I rustle. So I bought some fibre. I thought I won't buy a lot of fibre because... Oh, someone's coming now. I'm going to be interrupted. I thought I won't buy a lot of fibre. I paused. Someone was coming. I thought it was my husband listening to me, but it's Woody. He has to show an appearance, doesn't he? Say hello, everybody. You're on Stacey's bed. We've had some chickens, and oh my. Probably not a good move, is it really, to have a bird, to buy chickens and with a bird dog. So Steve is currently fashioning a different fence. So is this one, I cannot jump over it because he jumped over it the other day and actually got one of the chickens. I was horrified. He didn't kill it, thankfully. Oh God, I was so upset. He just got it in his mouth. Steve couldn't get it off him. I'm the boss. He thinks he is, but I am. I got it off him. I kind of shook his collar and he dropped it, and this chicken was still alive. Can you believe it? So now we were being hyper vigilant before. Steve was there when he jumped the fence. So I mean, if I'd have been there, he would have jumped the fence. But yeah, so we've got to like now, because when we originally bought these chickens, we weren't going to have them like running around the garden. But then I felt sorry for them in the cage in the pen that we got, so we ended up letting them out. And apart from the cat terrorising them, but they're not bothered about the cat. Yeah, so we have to watch him, don't we, monster? So, where was I? Yes. It's fibre. I don't actually know what this is. I've never heard of this lady before. Eleanor Decor. She has some gorgeous, twinkly, sparkly. This is Masham locks. That's the type of sheep, isn't it? So I got that one and I couldn't resist that. Look at that. It's like candy floss. I just want to eat it. So it's 170 grams on there, £20.40. There's all sorts in it, silks, nylon, acrylic, bamboo. She says she blends it all by hand. I need to find her on Instagram because I need to have a look what else she does. But yeah, I was rather taken with those. They were my actual last purchase. I was nearly out the door. Nearly. So these aren't in any particular order. I'll just show you what I've got. Oh, my Toft bag, look. Woohoo! That was me. I got that with a £10 ball of yarn. Ooh. So I had to visit Cuxton Crafts, of course. She's one of my favourites. And she's lovely. I watch her podcasts. I've got to be careful now what I say. I thought she was a larger lady. She's tiny. So the camera must pack on the pounds. So I'm hoping that maybe it works for me. Maybe I'm a lot thinner in real life. I don't think so. But she was. Yeah, she was petite and lovely. Right on my street, actually. Yeah, so that's Cuxton Craft. I've had my eye on Brianna's gown for ages. So that's Brianna's gown. It's gorgeous. And that is fingering weight, single ply, and it's got 30% silk, 70% merino. It's so gorgeous. 400 metres. And it was so funny because she showed me a sample. She said, oh look, since she'd made a sample in this, not the same colour but the same yarn, and it was Yoki lady. It was her storm shawl. And I was like, oh wow, I've got the pattern to do that. That's on my to-do list. So I might change my mind and do it in that, or I could do the one that I can't remember the name of. Hipster. I could do hipster in that, or I might just design my own. Who knows? I can't really until I've written up the other pattern. So then I saw this, and I'd actually been looking at this online. Manos del Urugu Grey. Manos del Urugu. I'm hopeless. Franca. I'm terrible when you get patients in, you know, with like when I'm working at the hospital and you get patients in with these different names and I can't pronounce them. I feel so rude. So that's Franca. It's a real chunky. I bought that. And I'm going to make that one. That one. So you got the free pattern with the ball of yarn. Don't know how much it was. It wasn't cheap. And then I managed to find a pom-pom. And this lady, this pom-pom lady, I've seen her. I've been quite a few times. She's the Crafty Bird. And most yarn shows I've been to. Very first one I went to, I saw her and bought a pom-pom off her. So I didn't realise it was her. I was choosing the pom-pom and then I turned around and I went, oh, it's you. She's no clue who I am. But so yes, I'm going to make that hat. So that should be a quick knit. I should get that finished, shouldn't I? The stall that I was telling you on down aisle A, £2 each. Can you believe it? £2. No idea what I'm going to do with them. Don't know what weight they are. So there's no ball bands on them. Lovely and soft. I thought for £2 each. And I want to make the blue sky fibres 27 colour snood. So I got that. It's supposed to be worsted. You're supposed to say worsted or worsted. See what I mean? I can't pronounce things. Slightly itchy, borderline, but it's going to be worn outside clothing, and I think I can tolerate that against my neck. So I bought 5 of those. These were £5 each. So I got 5 of those, and then I haven't got a picture of it, but it's say it's 27 colours. So you buy this pack of 27 colour mini 20-gram skeins. I'm not buying that. I've improvised. So I have got Wustle. It was quite difficult to find worsted weight minis. I found some. So I've gone with those. So, sorry. I'm not apologising for rustling. So the idea is you make the snood and then it's got all these very fine stripes through it. So I just think those colours are cool. And these were from Giddy Aunt Yarns. They're actually Highland double knit, 20 gram, 45 metres. But I think I'll get away with it because they're only for the stripes. So I'm going to start that. I do want that finished because I'd like to wear that for winter. And then while I was on their stall, that's Giddy Aunt Yarns. They're from Ireland. They travelled all the way from Ireland. I looked at their Instagram and they were up at the Crack and on the ferry, and I thought, wow, that's dedicated, isn't it? But yeah, before I left their stall, I'm just really into my greens at the minute. Look at that. Oh, so gorgeous. I have no clue what I'm going to do with it. It's called Leprechaun. Oh, it's so lovely. 60% superwash merino and 20% yak and 20% silk. 366 metres. And then this is their kid mohair silk lace. 72% kid mohair and 28% silk. I always say I hate mohair because I find it itchy. But this silk blend and the Suri one that you can get, I don't know. I'm kind of jumping off the fence and dipping my toe in the mohair water because it's so, the colours and I just love it, and the texture, and I'm like, I'm missing out just because it itches me. I need to deal with this. I need to just beat my itch. Yeah, so this leprechaun colour they did in two lovely ladies in different weights, and I've purchased the pattern Thea Alcombe, Baby Cocktails. I've purchased her new pattern, her Neat Whiskey. I love her patterns. I've made 2 of her jumpers, actually finished them. So yeah, it's in a worsted weight again, so I'd like to do in that colour, leprechaun. But then again, Beehive Yarns has got some gorgeous colourways in worsted weight, and I'm like, lovely green she's got. So I don't know, I'm thinking about that one, pondering. I can't buy anything else at the minute. I got some drops, sock yarn. So they're quite cute as well, aren't they? Lovely bright colours. They're for my son. Knit him some socks, and I might knit Steve some as well. Say Steve's not very knit worthy, but Justin is. He's really knit worthy, and he loves bright, bold colours, and he'll wear anything. He's lovely. My Yarndale bag. What else did I get? I got a little clicker thing to count my rows, which is downstairs. I got some stitch markers. You see those? And I got that. I've been meaning to get, I nearly forgot this. This was literally, it wasn't actually, this wasn't my last purchase. This was, I think it went without it. This was actually the only, one of the main things I wanted, and I nearly forgot it. So I can try on my Birkin sweater now. Yeah. I nearly forgot it. It was only because another lady was looking at it, and I'm like, oh, I need some of that. I nearly forgot. I bought that to hang in my car. You see that? Right? I don't know why it keeps blowing out. I just thought that was cute. And then, yes. So I lied when I said that fibre was my last purchase. It wasn't, because my stitch markers and this wire and this was. I just wanted some minis. I love minis, and I haven't got many. I've got loads of like 100-gram balls, but no minis. So I got those. I just think they're lovely. These were from Wool, that ends Wool. Never heard of them, but I shall check them out, because they got a massive selection of minis. Really nice. I love minis, they're just so cute. I never want to unwind them. I wanted to do another Stria hat for Justin, because I say he's really knit worthy and he likes his oranges. But Megs hates his colour choices. That's his girlfriend. So I kind of thought, well, I'll go a bit in between. He can have his colourful fix, and then just a little bit muted, just to please it. I probably won't use that one actually. It'll just be those. But yeah, those are gorgeous. And then I stumbled upon Lucy Lockett Land, who has little cotton rabbits, and she had them knitted up. Oh, they're lovely. So because I've already got the pattern for the rabbit, I bought the pattern for the dungarees. How cute is that? I just, yeah. And so it was a kit. So you got more minis, look. So you got the minis to make the dungarees and the little creatures. I'm dropping them. And the pattern. This was cute. £16.50 though. Yeah. I think I was probably paid a little bit more than I would have done if I bought them separately, but you couldn't buy the patterns on their own. You had to buy them as a kit. I bet if I looked on Level, you can get the patterns on their own. Oh well, don't dwell. I enjoyed myself. I had a lovely day. What's £16.50 amongst yarny people? So that's it. That's all from me. Life stuff. I think I've told you. I'm back at uni. 3 weeks in, third year student. Feel very out of my depth. We're supposed to, well, we're not supposed to know everything, but I think the what's the word? The expectations are there that you kind of up your game now, which there would be, wouldn't they? We're qualifying 12 months. Yeah, we went this morning. We had to do scenarios, and we actually had the scenarios. They got really lifelike dummies, and we ended up with a scenario that patient that ended up with, you know, that crashed. We had to do CPR, and scary. Anyway, I won't bore you with that. Start placement next week, so I won't get much knitting done because I'll be shattered. Still haven't had a diagnosis on my autoimmune disease. Still waiting. 11th of October I go and see him, and I'm hoping, because I've had loads of tests, blood tests, chest x-ray. I ended up in A&E. I've had a CT scan. Oh yeah, it's been fun. I'm shattered. I'm tired. I'm not going to end this by whinging and moaning. I'm still here, still knitting and still plodding on, and I'm coping. I'm all right. I can cope with the pain. I'm not fussed when I am fussed, but I can cope. She says that she's rubbing her arm that's aching. Yeah, it's just the general feeling of unwell and the tiredness that gets me down, but I just keep plodding on. Like this morning I didn't feel well and I didn't want to go to uni, but I get up, I give myself a good kick up the backside, and off I go, and when I got there I enjoyed it. But it's this cold that's making me feel rough. So I'm hoping when I go and see my consultant that he gives me some magic pills and a diagnosis, and then I can actually start, I don't know, living and dealing with whatever it is I've got. I've tried to go gluten-free because I've got a lot of gastric issues. But my God, isn't that bread disgusting? It's like something you stick on the bottom of your shoes. It's like, really? This isn't toast? Yeah, gluten-free isn't going very well. So yeah, that's it. We've got nothing planned, nowhere to go in the van lately. We were going to go this week when I went to Yarndale. We were going to find somewhere, but because I was back at uni, I was in uni on the Friday, we didn't really get time. We were going to go for the weekend, and then basically I couldn't be bothered. I was shattered. Steve's knees, that's probably all you hear from me, I'm shattered. Steve's knees playing him up, so he's waiting for a knee op or something, because he's had a knee op in 2019. He had a partial and it's not right, so he can't walk anywhere. So I said to him, if we go away and we've got 3 dogs, obviously it's going to be me that's just walking them, and I just feel exhausted. I haven't got the energy. I mean, I do walk my dogs, don't get me wrong, but I didn't want to just be somewhere new. And you know, when you go somewhere new, you like to explore it, you like to walk, and you like to wander, and you can't do it with me, so it's no fun on your own. So we didn't go, and I think that's about it. Nothing else on the knitting business. I'm enjoying my spinning, and I'm enjoying everything I do, really. When I go to work, I just want to retire. I don't want to qualify. Yeah, I do. I really do want to qualify. But yeah. So, gonna say goodbye, Woods. Woody, come and say goodbye. No, you've come round the wrong way now. You're going to trample all over my wall. This way. Come on. Come on. Come and say bye to everybody. Come on. Come on. Just treading over everything. We're not very refined, are we, in this house? Tell them what's been wrong with you. You've had a bad ear, haven't you? Bad ear. Thought he'd had a stroke. I was 98. God, his breath smells terrible. I was 98% sure that it was a bad ear. 2% terrified that he'd had a stroke because he lost his balance and everything. He was so ill, and he's cost me a bloody fortune, haven't you? Yes, we've still got to make another trip, haven't we, to the vets? It'll be another £100. So anyway, he's worth it. Our Woods, say bye-bye. Thanks again for dropping in. Oh dear me, needs a tic-tac. Thank you so much for dropping in, and if you're still here now at this end of this rambling, I do appreciate it. Like or subscribe, it would be appreciated. Thank you. Bye. bye.